is amazing. What a weekend, dog.
Great weekend.
I picked every money line winner wrong. Everyone. Oh,
Yeah, you went 0 for 4.
two
Damn.
for two against the spread.
I was 13 seconds from being 3-1. 13 seconds for being 3-1. We're gonna talk about that. So it's coaching decisions again.
Man.
Um,
Go ahead, throw this link up.
yeah, throw that link up, man. We get the folks in here, man. We can talk this good ball.
Yeah, man. Talked a lot of good ball on Spaces
Yeah.
yesterday. Hold on, got a special guest today as well. Be boop, 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 boop. All right, there we go. Man.
Hey, if we're gonna talk about it more into the show. We're just gonna jump out there real quick before we put this intro in there. But look, Kansas City and Buffalo, they'll still be playing right now. You know, and there's a lot of talk about these overtime rules, and Josh Allen should have got a chance. But if it was like that, KC and Buffalo, they'll still be playing right now.
Right now,
they'll
going at it, man. And that ended the weekend, and a lot of people call this weekend divisional weekend, the best weekend of football. Shit lived up to it yesterday. I'll tell you that much. Usually, our championship weekend is that we talked about in the Spaces yesterday. How when y'all won that Super Bowl, when y'all beat the Patriots, that was kind of y'all Super Bowl. And last night, man, if we get a better game than what we got last night, this playoffs might go down as probably the best ever.
Oh, but, I know in the AFC we are. Hey, AFC we are.
We're going to talk about it.
Hey, we're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk your guy, Joe Burrow.
Yes.
So you've been on the table for two guys this year that's still in it. That's in the Final Four. Hey, Joe Burrow on the AFC side. Got to give you your flowers there. Been on that. And then Matt Stafford, who I've been tough on. And, hey, he rewriting the narrative, man. Cooper Kupp had an MVP moment, I feel like, yesterday with the game on the line for the Gusto. And he got to face off and go beat Jimmy G, somebody he hasn't been able to beat in the 49ers. Jimmy G just beat A-Rod in Lambeau, the 49ers, along with another Jimmy that made a huge play in that game, which kind of led to that momentum in the second half, that blocked field goal right before the half. We had Jimmie Ward joining us in the second half of the show. But special weekend of football, man. Hey, man, I felt high last night after the game. I know you be on that mid.
Not that mid you be smoking. Not that mid. You be high off that mid, bro.
Not that. I couldn't go to sleep, man. Damn.
Hey, I ain't gonna front. Man, let's go to the intro, man. We can come back with it.
What else we talking about today? That's it. Just straight divisional football. That's it. And then the AFC.
We talking ball, more ball, and football. Hey, we talking football. We talking ball.
But hey, it's that time of year, man. We got to cherish these last few weeks that we have. Hey, let's get to it, man. Man, when it's grim, be the grim reaper, man. The wise words, the poetic words of Andy Reid last night to his quarterback, man. We both, like some dummies, bet against Pat Mahomes and the
I ain't
Kansas
no
City
dummy.
Chiefs. Nah, we should have known better, man.
Nah. Hey, Josh Allen did his thing. You know what I'm saying? And again, man, I think it comes down to a coaching decision. Where
a lot of coaching decisions.
Yeah, but I know one real critical one. 13 seconds left. I thought this was like a no-brainer. You squib the ball, make them receive it, and make them return it. That's going to cut down at least 5 seconds. You leave, Pat Mahomes with 8 seconds, 7 seconds. They still had their timeouts, but you give them possibly 2 plays, man. And again, I didn't think 13 seconds it was going to be 13 seconds, 3 timeouts.
Still, that I mean, you still got to. What were they on the minus? They're the minus 25. Yeah,
man. Like I'm pretty sure they were confident. Yeah, they would be able to go down and get into the field goal range. Field goal kicker definitely has a strong leg, but man, like to send that game into overtime and then for them to get the ball and then from there, man, the Bills defense, man, they look gassed.
Man. I mean, we saw a lot of, and this is playoff football, situational football. Showing up, whether it be special teams, especially the first day with Cincy in the Tennessee game, and then ended up going with the San Fran Green Bay game. Special teams showed their head a lot. Every game this weekend, the divisional round was decided on the final play. I don't know if that's ever happened before, but it was a hell of a weekend of football. If you're a fan or not, I'm sure football probably won over a bunch of new fans. But a lot of situational ball, man, and the Bills, they as Coach Sturdy would say, piss down their leg, man. Big moments, man. And that cover too, when you had Kelsey, and you hit me up about this, and we talked about it on the Spaces yesterday. You had Kelsey split out of X. You call cover 2. The safeties are way too deep. You're trying to keep them out of field goal range. You're not protecting the goal line at that point in the game. That corner, way too far away from that the X, that cut down receiver, Travis Kelsey. Even if you are just, it says on the playbook, hey, you have to flat. You got to relate to the closest, pass catch. You can't just be out there covering grass. So to leave a guy like 87, who is a go-to threat in any situation, but especially that one. And Milano, his alignment, it looked like they had no hook curl defender with the cover 2. That was bad, man. That's a bad way to end the game. A lot of people complain, like you said, about the overtime rules and give Josh Allen a chance. We don't want a coin toss. Coin toss didn't decide that game.
Nah, that game was decided. Hey, look, I like the overtime rules, and this is why I like it, right? I think overtime gives the team, I would say this, it highlights what team football is, right? You got 3 phases of the game. You got the offense, defense, and special teams, right? You win the toss as an offense, hey, go down there and score a touchdown so you can go home. On the flip side of that, if you lose that toss, on the defense, hey, defense win championships. Hey, we got to make a stop. You understand what I'm saying? One stop. That's
this type of game. One stop, bro.
And not even a stop. You got to just hold them to a field goal so your team can have a chance to score. So
facts.
As far as the overtime rule, I think it's perfect. And then special teams, obviously, we've seen this weekend that special teams is very, very important in this game, and you have to show up. So overtime rules is perfect. Like, you know what I'm saying? The overtime rules is perfect. It gives each side a chance to show up and show out. Yeah. The Buffalo Bills, at that moment in time, the defense didn't show up.
That's a fact. You hate to see it. If you're a fan of the game, you just want to see offense. You want to see these quarterbacks get, like AB said at the beginning of the show before we hit the intro, they'd still be playing right now with how those offenses were playing. But it's a 3-phase game, man. Special teams, that's one of the areas we don't talk about until somebody messes it up usually. But that's a huge part of the game as well, whether it's field position, whether it's kicking the field goal, blocking the field goal, down in a punt. Those are all huge plays. Those special special teamers, that fourth down army, you may get 6, 7, maybe 8 plays that whole game. And when they get graded, like every one of those plays, you got to be on point, or that's the quickest way to shift the game. But your unit was out there. It wasn't like they just flipped the coin and then the Chiefs got the ball and they just went down the field with nobody on the field. You had the top defensive unit in the league at that, with one of the best defensive coordinators in the league as well, calling the plays. So you just got to execute. That's what it comes down to. And I know, people will, have a lot of questions, as will we, because you didn't come through in the biggest moments. But I know Leslie Frazier, Todd Bowles, both of those guys still have, unbelievable resumes. Both should be head coach in this league. And definitely not going to judge them off one play, off one drive. But it's the nature of the beast, man. We live in the moment, and what a game! It lived up to all expectations. Coming into the weekend,
no doubt. Hey, you are a guy that is very, very. You're an in the moment guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In the moment guy.
Right now.
So watching that game last night, Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, 2 best quarterbacks in the league.
That's what I said last night.
I'm asking you. So I want the the 82 people that's watching live right now, and then the other 5 million that's going to listen afterwards. You in the moment guy. Top 2 quarterbacks in the league right now.
Check it, man. Coming into next year, those are gonna be my top 2 guys. Argue with your mammy. Those were I watched the 2 best quarterbacks in the league play last night. Tom Brady, phenomenal year. I know he lost some guys, lost some old linemen. He'll be 45 next season. Aaron Rodgers, we don't know where he's gonna be at next season, and I know all the other shows and outlets. I know in this one we ain't gonna be talking about it much. We ain't about to be trying to figure out where Rodgers gonna be next year again, a whole nother offseason. But you got Burrow. Now Burrow go out and beat Patrick Mahomes again. That's a whole nother moment to live in. But or shit, Stafford. If Stafford go out here and put on the show in the NFC Championship, I think Matt Stafford, already he's rewritten his narrative. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, me included, me at front, it's like, hey, you've been in the league 11 years, no playoff success. Like, I know Detroit is a bad organization, but hey, you got to give me something, bro. So you put him in the Rams, you put him in a good situation. Rams go all in, acquire pieces around him, and here he is in the NFC Championship at home. So 1 game away from the Super Bowl at home. So, but right now, I would say Patrick Mahomes is back on top, and then Josh Allen. I think he's the best dual threat quarterback in the league. He uses his legs, and then his arms. You can see he can make every throw in the field, any weather. So those be my top 2 guys right now, bro. Oh, who you got? Who's your top 2 guys?
Hey man, Joey B is definitely in my top 2. I'm gonna go. Again, man, I think the league is in good hands with some of the young good quarterbacks that we have. Starting with Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, seeing what he could do last night.
Justin Herbert.
We got a clip of Justin Herbert. We're gonna get on that. Justin Herbert, he open gym, dunking on the cat that D-Buck be playing with.
But what I'm doing.
But then you got Joey B. So we in good hands, man. And some other guys out there that I did mention, but some good ballers, man. But I'm gonna go Joey B, man.
Top 2.
Joe
right
Patrick
now.
Patrick Mahomes and Joey B. Joey B he's doing what he's doing, and he don't got an offensive line.
Sacked 9 times. Tennessee Titans.
He's doing what he's doing. He don't got an offensive line. So just imagine if he had an offensive line. He'll be killing boys out there.
Sacked him 9 times. It's a lot that Justin Herbert don't have right now. We're gonna talk. We're not talking about Herbert right now. He's at home, like you said, lifetime fitness. Talking about
Herbert since week 9.
Like lifetime fitness champ right there. But the other game yesterday, which looked like it was all Rams early. It was all Rams. I think you picked the Rams in this one, right?
You know how I be picking.
Okay.
You know how I be picking? You asked me that dumbass question. You picked the Rams. You know how I be picking? Shit, you went 0-4, not me.
2-2 against spread. 0-4 money line.
That was
hey, that's talent right there. It's officially fade the butt season, but I always pick the Super Bowl right. Anyway, this was all Rams early. Stafford was cooking. Once again, we had some big mental errors on the defensive side of the ball, giving up some big plays to Cooper Kupp early on that 3rd and 20, the touchdown that he scored on the cover 2 that everybody was talking about on the internet. We talked about it in depth on our spaces with our coach. We had Gerald Alexander on there as well, Miami Dolphins defensive back coach, man-to-man alum. He was on stage dropping a bunch of gems as well. But big play to the best player on the field for the Rams. Can't give that up. And then for the gusto, game on the line, Brady and the Bucs make it a close game. Brady's one of the luckiest. He's all world GOAT, all that stuff, but it was shit that was falling his way yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, walk-off field goal after deep ball took Kupp.
So I apologize to Todd Bowles. On spaces, we were talking about how can you bring the safety down and have him one-on-one with no post help in that juncture of the game, But then I sat back and started thinking about it. And again, this is kudos to the type of player that Cooper Kupp is, right? When you call that play, you don't know that Cooper Kupp is going to be in the slot. You know what I'm saying? So you're called as a D coordinator, you're calling a play that you think will get home. And then I think it came out and said that.
And in the situation, this was something important that you said in the spaces. Talk about the type of 2-minute situation that they were in.
Exactly. So for one, as a D coordinator, I'm calling the play which on my play sheet that I think will get home, right? And then again, when we're talking about a 2-minute situation, we always practice this. And on the defensive side, it's okay, what are we defending? Are we defending to stop them from scoring, to get in the end zone, or are we stopping them to get a field goal? You know what I'm saying? So in this situation, we got to stop them from getting in field goal position. So in that sense, it's the mentality of a defensive coordinator is totally different. I'm gonna send more pressure. I'm gonna send zeros. I'm gonna send 5- and 6-man pressure. So the whole mentality for a defensive coordinator changes. So again, when we seen that, I know I said, man, well, why would you drop your safety down on Cooper Kupp, who's the best offensive player in the league this year? But then again, that just goes to show how much Cooper Kupp, how versatile he is, how he can play on the outside, how he can play on the inside, and you just don't know where they're gonna line up when you making that call, and it's a hurry up offense. So
yeah, it's happening fast, and that's who Todd Bowles is. They led the league in pressure rate. I think they sent pressure on 43% of the snaps, all year. So Tiger don't change his stripes.
I do too, Van.
Yeah, I do too, Van. But NFL don't play about that.
We gonna set something up. We've been talking about. We need to set something up where we can get on the board for y'all.
That's a fact. But like AB said, man, first of all, it's a time thing. You gotta go through that play sheet, and the only thing you have as a play caller to make a call is personnel, the clock situation, field position, but you don't know once again where Kupp's going to be. That's why, in my opinion, look, we got to take care. Somebody else got to beat us, just like what happened in the Bills game. A lot of people talk about Stephon Diggs only had this amount of yards, this amount of this. It's a reason for that, because as play callers, as DBs, we know where 14 is every snap. 13, Gabe Davis. He made some money, broke a record, 4 TDs in the playoff game. That other guy almost beat him. But Cooper Kupp in that situation, one double 10, something, even if we send that pressure, if I'm SMB, I'm Sean Murphy Bunting, I'm that slot defender, this is what I do. I've been watching 10 all week. Game on the line for the gusto. I got to be on this guy. We call this pressure. Hey, I'm looking back at AB. Swap, switch. Yeah. Go get that 4-1. Go get him.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hold my own back here. Do they have the freedom in that coverage at this point in the season? I feel like they should, but I don't know that for sure. But it's players, not plays. You saw it in San Fran game, big 3rd and 7. Kyle Shanahan, I'm gonna make sure they can't double Debo. We giving it to 19. He getting 7 yards. we kick the field goal, get the win. So you gotta make the play calls, but as players, we gotta execute. We gotta execute at the end of the day, man.
Yeah,
so
another plus, and I see somebody Dante S just mentioning as far as like Von Miller looking fresh. And he is, and that's the reason.
That's what you bought him.
Yeah, that's what you brought him in. That's what you brought him for, and that was the reason why I picked. One of the reasons why I picked the Rams, just because you look at history and you look at Tom Brady. He doesn't play as well when you have a front four that's able to get pressure on him, and then obviously get pressure in the middle. But then you got dogs coming off the edge, and definitely first half they was getting the whole game they was getting after Tom. And I didn't like the fact that the Rams got so conservative, to a point where it's like I get it that you're up. I think it was up like 17, but you got to understand the beast that you have on that other sideline. Like you got to put the metal to the floor and take this thing on home, and they almost let it slip out of their hands. But I like
slipping out of their hands. We talked about Cam Akers and the tone and the different. We had Zaire Franklin of the Colts, free agent now, linebacker with the Colts. And he talked about, hey, Akers gives that team a completely different dynamic, with that outside run, with the outside zone, that run game. And he coughed it up twice, first half and the second half, and you cannot do that as a running back. It's amazing. It's incredible that he's even on the field after tearing his Achilles this year.
Comeback player of the year.
Comeback player of the year. I think he probably got one game in the regular season, but over Burrow, over Dak, over Nick Bosa, I'm switching my pick to Cam Akers for comeback player of the year. But Sue, huge forced fumble at the end of the game to give his team a chance. But man, I heard Matt Stafford talk after the game, and like I said, I've been tough on Matt Stafford, but one thing that he's always done is those comeback situations, those gotta have the situations throughout his career. He's been on point in those situations. He said, hey, it's nothing better than it's feel like taking that other person's soul, that other team's soul, when they think they got to come back or tie game or you make those plays. He said he would love to win that game by 3 possessions and take a knee. But when you win it that way, it's better. It's feel better. So let's see if they ride that momentum.
Hey, man.
NFC Championship.
Best quarterback in the NFC West.
We're going to see.
Best quarterback in the NFC West, man. So
we started this debate a long time ago.
Yeah, it really no debate, but you threw it out there. So but we definitely going to see, man.
And won the playoffs.
And Akiva was like, what happened when Evans scoring on Jaden like that? Jaden ain't run fast enough.
Hey, big on big.
Hey, 5-star and 5-star. Yeah, who's gonna make a play?
Yeah, I seen Moss. I seen Moss get Reeves like that before, back in his own post. One hand, and then I seen Reeves get him back. It be like that sometimes, man.
They get paid too. So
the Rams was on the island too.
Hey, they roll coverage to
Scotty Miller.
They roll coverage, but
hey, you paying if I'm paying a corner 20 a year, AB, I'm paying you 20 a year. I don't give a damn what I ask you to do. If I tell you go get that 3 technique for a play, damn it, take on a double team. So
Antonio Brown, you asked me to get the 3 technique. Hey, my ankle hurt. Hey, Antonio Brown, you asked me to get the 3 technique. Kiss my ass.
Hey, man, but hey, what a game.
Great game.
What a weekend, man. That was yesterday. We had a whole nother day of games. Saturday night game, San Francisco, winning at Lambeau Field. Freezing temperatures. The most likely the MVP this year, Aaron Rodgers, at home, 1 seed. San Fran, man, back-to-back weeks, underdogs on the road, find a way to get a win, man. First drive, Green Bay drives down and scores. Devontae Adams, he probably had maybe 4 catches on that first drive. And I feel like after that, the Niners are, hey, we're not letting 17 beat us, and we about to kick this whole line ass. And that's what they did from that point on. And it was an ugly game, ugly defensive game. Weather got uglier as it went on. But Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers found a way to win. What was your takeaways from this game?
Like you said, defensive game. San Fran did a great job taking Devontae Adams out of the game after that first series. San Francisco made it. It was a grind. It was definitely a grind. But shout out to San Francisco special teams. You know, Jimmie Ward, I guess, coming up, blocked the field goal going into the half, taking away 3 points, and then at the end of the game, you know, being able to block a punt and scoring. So San Fran, man, that defense and that special teams, hey, that's why y'all here. That's why San Fran is here right now. That defense and that special teams. Again, we talk about a defense winning championship. I know my guy D-Buck don't like to hear that.
Jimmy G, it was so much Jimmy Garoppolo disrespect, and I can't wait to get Jimmie Ward on here and ask him about his quarterback, and because you know people, the defense carry him. It's because he got playmakers. It's because he got Kyle Shanahan. All I know is when he wasn't in there, they picked number 2 in the draft that next year, and that's how they got Nick Bosa. So it's a reason why, you know. But we gonna get to it.
It's the reason why they picked.
It was a lot of Jimmy G disrespect. I threw this tweet up.
Quarterback too.
I mean, yeah, because he gets injured. He has been fragile. I give him that. But
the reason why they picked the quarterback at number 2.
No. See, that was this year. That was this year. That was this year. But anyway, Coach 22 quarterback wish list. I put this out there on Twitter yesterday, and this is where the Jimmy G hate started to come in. I put Andrew Luck, obviously. I know we all saw him, and you know, he looked like, you know, nuts and muscle milk and creatine can't fix. You know where the damn weight room's at. Aaron Rodgers, we don't know what's going on in Green Bay. Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited, don't know what's going on in Seattle. And then Jimmy G was my last one. A lot of people, Jimmy G, that's just another Carson Wentz. That's another this, another that.
This is what I'm saying. Jimmy, Alex said,
I'm not about to argue with Alex Cash.
No, ain't no argument. But for me, it's a lateral move. You're not going this way. You're not going here.
You are going up with Garoppolo from Carson Wentz, man. Stop it.
Child, please.
Cut it out. Matter of fact, we got Pat Mahomes, Jimmy G. The other two ain't been there before. We'll see. It's a reason that Jimmy G in another NFC championship. Shit don't just happen. We'll talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it.
That defense and them special teams, man.
We got one. Samuel, man. Let's go ahead and fly through this other game with your guy. Joe Burrow did his thing. Big stage. First road win in franchise history, road playoff win. A week after getting the first playoff win in 31 years. Burrow got his ass kicked all day, too, and still threw for 340. The offensive line gave up 9 sacks. This was another special moment for him. And he was like, after the game, hey, this the norm, man. Get out of here with all that underdog mentality. Like this kind of what it is. Y'all get used to this shit. It's kicker, too. Rookie kicker, McPherson. Ice in his veins. Special teams showed up all weekend, man. What you got from this game? Go ahead, man. Go ahead, talk your shit, man.
Man, I just like the swag, man. I like the confidence, man. You know, getting sacked 9 times and you still stand upright, doing what you're doing. But then just the energy that he's given, not only the organization but the city. He's like, yo, like this is what we gonna give you year in and year out. And like, how can't you love that? You know what I'm saying? You gotta love that, and that's why again. And when we was talking about the whole debate on,
I bet Herbert was saying that at Lifetime Fitness.
Oh, he definitely was saying that Lifetime.
We gonna win every game in this motherfucker today.
Yeah, but no, I like what they're doing, man. Obviously, they gotta figure something out up there, up front, cause
got to.
Man, you know, you got Jones, You got some dogs coming, you know, next week, you know, with Kansas City. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely gotta, you know, shore up that old line and you know, we gotta get some chippers or something. But I like what the young boys doing, man.
That's gonna be a fun one, man. I'm gonna take my quick break real quick. We got Jimmie Ward right on the other side. I'll be right back.
Yes, sir. Man, y'all ask some questions real quick, man. Let D-Buck go do his thing, man. Then we're gonna jump in here with Jimmie. Jimmie had a hell of a game, man. Big block going into the half, field goal, captain on that team, one of the leaders on that defense, man. So we definitely gonna chop it up with him. Just talk about, his journey, where he's at right now. Big game coming up next week against another divisional opponent. Third time for them playing this year. So definitely be able to get to see what's on his mind. My guy, Jimmie Ward. Man, so Rams be worried that San Fran can win with Jimmie playing so bad. Eric. Yeah, I think the Rams should be. I mean, I think the Niners got their number. And sometimes it's just that way. I know when I was in Indy, it was like that with San Diego. San Diego just had our number. And I just think that's what it is with San Fran. San Fran been whooping up on them. So we definitely gonna see. Tone, I seen Tone. You said the frauds of the I think it was frauds of the playoffs. Leg swinging Siciliano. Yeah, I like Joey B in the Super Bowl. I got Cincinnati 49ers going to the bowl. Kevin AB, do you think the Bills should have been more of a man press situation with 13 seconds left? Press the receivers to make Mahomes hold the ball a little longer. I'm not mad at the cover two. But when you in that cover two, you gotta get hands on. You was in cover two, and you still let Kelsey free release off the line. So I'm not mad at cover two. You know what I mean? But another thing that I was cringing when I was watching, it was the pass rush. Like the pass rush wasn't getting home to Pat Mahomes, and it's tough when you have a quarterback who can prolong plays, and then you got a Tyreek Hill and you got a Kelsey that's back there playing playground football. Like, that's why it shit plays hand in hand, and that was one thing that I thought that could have been a big difference in the game if that pass rush could have got Mahomes down on the ground a little more than what they did.
That's a fact. And when AB talk about cover two, just know, man, AB got talked by the GOAT. Dungy, man.
Dungy.
Did you have Coach Meeks?
I had Coach Meeks, Ron Meeks, baby.
Bro, Coach Meeks was the funniest coach I've ever had in my life, bro. With no further ado, man, man of the hour. On his way to another. Let's see if we get the side by side. Boom, there we go. On his way to another NFC championship, man. Jimmie Ward, 49ers on. What's happening, man?
What's good, Darius? What's good, Antoine? Chilling, man.
We'll call me Antoine.
AB, my bad. Hey, my bad. All right, I go back to the usual. AB, what up, man?
Hey, not chilling, man. Chilling. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. Second time in the NFC Championship. Feeling great.
Well, shit.
Y'all can hear me well?
Yeah, we good.
Okay,
you good. Right. Like you said, we're gonna jump right into it. You know what I mean? Obviously, we wanna know a little bit more about Jimmie Ward, but since you just jumped right into it, second time in NFC Championship, like what y'all gotta do to get into that bowl? Obviously, seems like y'all have the Rams number. Like, what y'all gotta do to get into that bowl?
Basically just force them to be one-dimensional. Run the ball on offense and force them to pass. See if Matt Stafford can win them the game. Cam Akers starting to come alive since he came out that Achilles. Gave up the ball twice last game I saw. But other than that, I'm not too worried. The guys up front on our team been doing their thing. We've been limiting the rushing yards, which I think that's what's been giving us the ups on teams in these last 4 games. I think we went 4-0 in the last 4 games, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you ain't mistaken. You know,
okay.
you know.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah. Hey, when I watched you, I'm not sure if it was the first or second game y'all played the Rams, and it seemed like AB talked about before, the Chargers had their numbers. This is one of those teams in a division where it just feel like y'all got their number, and you specifically, you set the tone. I think I'm not sure if it was the first or the second, but I think it was a pick. Few plays you made in that first quarter, you set the tone early, man. How important is that for you? I feel like that's your role in the team as a captain, as one of them energy guys who plays all over the secondary, big time communicator. How important is for you to set that tone early?
It's very important. Just like that first game, first 2 series had a pick, and both of those drives, that was the tone setter right there. It gave the momentum to the offense, and the offense, bled the clock out and was running the ball. They couldn't stop that. And no matter who they had on defense, Von Miller and Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that's the style of ball that we trying to play, physical ball on both sides of the ball. And making plays, it's always about the turnover game. Whoever has the most turnovers, most likely going to have a higher percentage to win the game.
Shit. So talk about this, right? So talk about DeMeco Ryans, your D coordinator. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So first year, as the play caller, you go out there to Green Bay, right? Underdog, first drive, they drive down, they score. Devontae Adams had probably like 3 or 4 catches in that first drive, and then the rest of the game, it was like, he was kind of out of the picture. Like, talk about DeMeco Ryans, man, the relationship that y'all have with him on the defense, and just how he's been calling the plays this year.
Man, DeMeco Ryans, y'all know he used to be a former player. I don't know if y'all played with him, but I'm pretty sure y'all played against him if y'all didn't play with him.
Yeah.
He's a player. He's a player's coach. Young, got a lot of energy. And he loved his game, man. Very passionate about this game, and he calls the plays. And I know I always talk to him on the sideline. He always asks me like, "Hey Jimmy, is there anything you want me to call?" And I always tell him, I always reply like this, like, "Man, call anything that works." Like I'm working for you right now. I'm trying to get the same thing you trying to get. I want the ring. So, but other than that, that's just examples, and he communicates with all his players like that, with Fred, with Eric Armstead, with the captains on the defense. Very fun guy to be around, and he's having a phenomenal year, and I'm not surprised that he's getting head coaching interviews right now, and towards the back end of the season. Hopefully he gets that job. Anybody else, I'm pretty sure they had that job. But it's crazy, for him to just step in that role, that DC role, and could be one and done. Like that's crazy. And
crazy.
he
deserves it though.
Yeah, definitely deserving. He's 37, right?
Yes, we were the same draft class.
Man, that's crazy. And just think about his whole resume. Man, made All Pro one time, Pro Bowl twice. In that first year, DC get the coach in the NFC Championship game. Man, that's crazy. That's some crazy stats right there for you.
Yeah, hey, I love it. And corner, obviously, I play corner. That's one of the more, and that's kind of been a rotating position for y'all, whether it be injuries or guys just coming in there. Thomas making that huge week 18 interception in the game, and then he goes out. You bring in young guy. I know AB spoke on the young guy, D. Johnson. Yeah, he went in there, made plays, man. So that says a lot about a coach, man. And y'all went there. First drive, let's talk about the last game. This division, this whole round, this whole weekend of football. I don't know how much of other games you actually watched. This whole weekend was crazy. Probably the best weekend ever of football. But y'all took away 17, and me watching it as a defender, I'm always like, hey, we got to make somebody else beat us. And it looked like after that first drive, went 3.5 quarters, Green Bay, they only put up 3 more points. Like just talk about the game plan, the execution, like just everything from that game, the conditions, the weather, all that. And then we're gonna get to your quarterback at some point as well. But talk about this defense and the special teams, man.
Man, the first 15 plays, they just start, they do some stuff that they've been practicing all week. I'm just saying, not surprised, who they was going to try to get the ball to. If you're playing backyard football, you start to realize, like, okay, this is the only dude who getting the ball. Hey, man, we double him. Hey, play over top of him. So that's basically what happened. After, they threw him a few catches. They drove down the field. We were like, golly, man, I know this ain't finna be this type of game now. Like, man, we play these cats. We know who these cats is. And each year, like, that's one thing I noticed about Green Bay. For some reason, I don't know if it's Aaron Rodgers is really good. We know that. I don't know if it's just because Aaron Rodgers is really good and there's not enough money that goes around on the team. I don't get it. But every time they play like a team that's together without all the superstars, but just a great team, defense, offense, special teams, seem like they always fold every year in the playoffs. If you don't pay attention to that, but I'm pretty sure y'all do. Y'all play years and years, A-Rod won one, but it's like, damn, he should have been at least up 3 to 4 rings by now, but
it's a
I don't know. It's weird. But besides that, after that first series, and then, Miko did a great job. Miko he knows his players, and he had to mix stuff up. And I feel like we did a great job of mixing coverages up. And me and Kwasi and Dante and Emmanuel Mosley just started to disguise. We just started talking to us like, hey man, we got to give A-Rod a different look. A-Rod, smart guy. If you give him a look, he gonna pick you apart. So we just started confusing him. I didn't know if it was going to work or not because A-Rod seen more ball than all of us. So I didn't know if this was going to work or not, but it started working because he started throwing the ball in different in coverages that he wasn't supposed to, throwing a flat in cover 2 and got Emmanuel Mosley blew up Devontae Adams. And after that, he just looked at him like, and once I saw that, I said, oh, we got him. That was the second half. That was the second half.
He threw one deep in 3rd-11 too, right after that block punt. He just
just tossed it, and they started to panic. And then it's just and then it came, like I said, backyard football, because after a while it was guys open. It was some coverage we didn't play too well. Yeah. But you know who he was looking at?
17.
Who getting the most money? 17. So it's crazy how that happened. And like I said, just by him looking at 17 and not giving the other guys a chance to make a play, the win went to our corner, man. But I still got to give credit to my guys on defense. We held it down. 260, 266. The total.
How many sacks?
Probably, I don't even know how many sacks, but I know them boys did their job.
I think Eric had 2 or 3.
Right?
Yeah, he had 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3.
Look. One thing about Eric, man, Eric's showing up, man. Eric's showing up in these playoffs with the sacks. That's what I was explaining to the media after the game. They was asking about Eric. Yeah, Eric, he really, been playing on another level. And I'm like, Eric been doing that all year. It's just he doesn't get the sacks, but he's a run stopper. That's the reason why we're one of the best run stopping defenses in the game right now. Just because we got guys like Eric, you ain't moving him, and he's setting the edge. Like, I understand y'all want him to get 10+ sacks and this and that. Obviously
that ain't ball. Ain't what you're there for.
He's doing his job. He's doing his job.
Yeah. Who? What's the name of your D-line coach? Because he need a shout out too.
Chris Herrick.
Chris Herrick. Even when y'all lost Bosa in the wild card round, it was hell for that. All afternoon, like that D-line, they kept hunting, and as a unit, it's just guys doing the job, the front level, the second level, the DBs. You talk about the disguise. When I was watching the film, I see it was probably like half the time y'all told A-Rod before the snap, like, you ain't throwing the 17. And he had to, he'll still look. And then he like, all right, and once you try to get that second, third read, you got them cats hunting, they start hitting you, or you start seeing ghosts. So it's kind of cumulative. And I think obviously, that's the recipe for Stafford going forward. But why doesn't Jimmy G, your quarterback, Why doesn't he get the respect that I think he deserves? Because a lot of people talk about, I think he made.
You can't ask that man that question.
Yeah, you can. He gonna defend his quarterback.
They teammates.
I watched the man play. Out of his first probably 4-5 passes, 3-4 would drop, and it's conditions, you adjusting whatever. But he made plays late in the game to put him in position to kick a field goal, win the game. Tell me why people don't respect this man.
Man,
how do y'all feel about him as teammates?
Like, come on, Darius. You played in the league.
Hey, can you let our guest speak, please? AB, damn.
Hey, so y'all crazy. But this game, I wanted Jimmie used to this. He used to that type of weather. And Jimmie played in Illinois just like I did. He used to slinging the rock. It's just it was some drops. And he probably had some passes that was either too high or he just threw them away. Yeah. That's what happens when you got a lot of these guys on our team played in the South, played in the West Coast, Cali all their life. So coming back to going to the Midwest, Green Bay, that's one of the coldest places you get, especially in January. That's right in the middle of winter right there. So I knew it was going to be tough for the offense. But go back to your question. I just think it's because our defense has been doing so well. Defense has been doing so well over the years since 2019. And on top of that, we've been having an elite run game. So when you got both of those, they're not going to just sit there and give you all the credit. And the same similar picture is going on with the quarterback over there with the Titans. When you notice all these when you follow the NFL page, pro football, when they throwing all these cartoon characters up like Christmas and a Halloween, who they put on our team? They either pick Kittle to represent the 49ers, they pick Bosa, or they pitting Debo up there. They don't pick Jimmie as much just because, that's just how they feel, like the run game. Same thing with, like I said, they pick Derrick Henry instead of Tannehill. That's just, they gon', but at the same time, I'm happy they giving guys like that respect. I'm glad them guys see it. But at the end of the day, I'd rather be playing with Jimmie than against Jimmie, because I saw what Jimmie can do in college when he was a shotgun quarterback. He was sitting in the shotgun, got that quick release like Tom Brady. And that's the reason why Belichick didn't want to get rid of him, but he didn't have a choice. He didn't have a choice. Tom Brady wasn't finna give it up.
Yeah, he got big dog.
It's just what's been going on with him is the same thing what happened to me, man. When you playing in that cold and you stay healthy in the cold, I feel like once you come to Cali, it's like you be like, okay, I got good weather. I don't got to worry about too much about, injuries. I got good weather. And next thing you know, you start to get banged up. Yeah. And that's what happened with me in my early career. And I don't know. I can't really speak on him, though. I can't really speak on him. I don't know how much money he's investing in his body or what. But I think.
What did you switch up? What's some of the things you switched up?
I just started adding weight. I've added so much stuff, recovery stuff to my game. It's crazy. Like I was watching when AB was there, all them boys was doing it, but I had them. I had them young legs. I'm like, man, I'm good, man. I don't need all this, man. Them injuries start to pile up. I said, you know what? I need to look myself in the mirror and figure something out. What you
Jimmie, that's why I fuck with you, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Jimmie G, that's your teammate. You feel me? So like, y'all about to go to the AFC Championship. So, you politically correct answer. That's why I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you heard the man said.
Yeah, that's why D-Buck gonna act like D-Buck in the same situation. Somebody asked him about a teammate. He ain't gonna give him like
he spoke the truth. He spoke the truth. He told me why they're not giving him. It makes sense. And like I said, we talked before. All those things considered, and I agree with him. When Jimmie G wasn't out there, it's hard to win, and it's hard to. You look around the league, it ain't too. You got about probably 7-8 guys who all right, who I would just give, and I say, all right, these are the guys. Outside of that, I mean, it's at least a conversation when you're looking at that quarterback.
It's a toss up. Hey, look, another thing I want to talk to you about, where I know a lot of people might not know that your safety mate back there, Jaquaski Tart, right? Y'all back there, Communication is unbelievable. Y'all went to high school together. Y'all grew up together.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like just talk about, briefly just how that relationship is and how that helps y'all back get in the secondary when you're talking about communication and things of that nature. Because as you know, safeties, you got to be on the same page with one another. So you guys growing up playing or going to high school together, playing with each other in high school, how does that relationship carry over into the field?
Man, it's like we brothers for real. We argue, fuss, complain, but at the end of the day, we know we got each other back. And chemistry is great between me and him. It starts all the way back from high school. He kind of knows how I'm gonna play, and I know how he's gonna play. And just having somebody that's just versatile too. And then I feel like just me and him push each other. I'm pretty. We all in competition. I want to be the top safety in the league. He want to be the top safety in the league, but if my team saying my name more, like San Francisco, Jimmie Ward, this and that, he feel like he good. So he be like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go out here and ball and like this. I'm just saying we still praise each other. Now we're not on no jealous type stuff like that. But
it's always competition.
It's competition. I feel like that drives him. I feel like me keep going like each year. I'm like, I'm gonna continue playing. I think that push him. That make him like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna give me 8 years because I'm a year ahead of him. I'm gonna get 8 years this year. Jimmie ain't finna stop playing. All right, bet. Okay, I'm finna ball out this year. I want this much money. All right, Jimmie get this. And so that's kind of how that's been going. And this year, he was dealing with some injuries, but somehow he figured it out. And like that's something I couldn't figure out too much. Like when I miss camp, it's hard when you miss camp with injury.
Yeah,
it's hard to finish the season because something else you overcompensate for something else and you get a soft tissue injury, and then once you come back, then your bones weak or something. Well, you build your muscles up, but you know there's something going on with your knee is aching. So like for him to fight through that and persevere through that, that's amazing. And he's been playing lights out. Like the coverage that I had bust right before I blocked the field goal. Aaron Rodgers started being Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Jones on the sideline.
Turning the pass route.
What a play by Tart, man. Woo.
Yeah, Wayne got that boy.
The second time he did it, Philly game, he did the same thing. He went and got I can't remember who the wide receiver was, but went and got him, and I want to say the wide receiver run like a 4.3. And dude 6'2", man, we're quite like 6'2", 220, 225, something like that, moving like that. Like
and then it's crazy because like at that time during the game, it's like you really don't realize like how big of a play that was until that's a touchdown saving, tackle. And then you look at it at the end of the game, shit, you win, 13-10. So that was a huge play.
And low key they bailed out the coach too, because coach called that timeout for the Packers because Packers about to run it in, jogging to halftime. Coach Shanahan called timeout. So everybody, okay. Then A-Rod scrambled out, hit Aaron Jones 75. And like you said, you hustle, you get him down, and then you make the play, which is something I've never seen actually work in the game. The chop down the arm, you come through, block it. Like you see a rep. I see the rep for 9 years in practice. I've never seen it actually executed in the game. See it executed divisional round right before the half. Y'all took that momentum right to the half. That was crazy. Like you said, complimentary football. You blow a coverage, he got your back. But another thing y'all got, all the DBs, man, and I'm so jealous of this that we wasn't in the league for this. Everybody, y'all had starting the season 1, 2, 3, 4. Across the secondary, man. How did that come about? Was this your number in high school? Like, I'm so jealous I couldn't throw that deuce on in the league, man. Shit, how did that come about, man?
Man, I played that. That was my Pop Warner number. That was the first number I ever played football with. So it was number 1. I wanted it in college, but my roommate had 15. Kwasi had 3 when we was younger, or was it 2? I can't remember. I think it was 2 or 3. But Jason had Verrett had number 2. And E-Man had number 4 when he was in high school. So I ended up I can't remember who pulled the trigger first. I told Jason Verrett, and Jason Verrett got his jersey. I was waiting on mine because Debo wanted one too, because Debo was in college, but Debo didn't want to pay that. He didn't want to pay that money. They wanted Debo to pay
He's selling too many jerseys.
300,000. He's selling too many jerseys. So he's like, man, no. And so he was telling me, like, hey, Jimmy, man, hey, don't get it this year. Because if you get it this year, I can't wear it next year. I said, so we just finna just let it hang on the shelf.
Can't do that.
I'm like, nah, man. I'm good. I said, I'm gonna rock that. I said, you know what, Debo? If I don't make no plays in it, I give it to you next year. But nah, I don't make too many plays in it now. It's for me.
Hey,
I'm like, hey, what'd you say?
I say it's over with now. That's you now. But man, I love watching y'all teams play. Obviously, love watching you play that physical. I feel like that's the main thing that jump off the screen in the league. That it's all about numbers, quarterbacks, analytics, all this shit. I feel like y'all boys play old school, beat 'em up, physical football. Start offense and defense. You got Trent up front. I feel like he leads the charge there. Then obviously Kittle, what he does in the run game, even when he's not putting up great pass receiving numbers. Debo, another cat, man. But when whose idea was it to put that yak? Because I'm from South Florida. Y'all come out of that locker room with that boom box, with that yak. Who idea was that?
I don't know, man. They've been doing that. That's just a tradition. I want to say.
When did that start?
When Nick Cray, when Coach Kyle them got there. That's when it
started. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. The coaches brought it. I like that.
Yeah. Nick Cray, the DJ. So,
so that's the infamous boombox holder.
Yeah, that's Nick Cray. Yeah, Nick Cray be at Vegas with it, holding the boombox, being the DJ. Brought it to the team.
Bumping that yak, man. I love it.
I like it.
Man, hey, man. Good luck. You got something?
Yeah, I forgot to add this one about Kwasi. I just wanted to love him all so much. One thing too that me and him that he brings to the table that doesn't put too much work on me is the fact that he can cover. Like, got good technique. If you ever watch the games, like we in 12 personnel, or if we in 11 personnel, he'll go down and cover. Even 10 personnel, he'll cover wide receiver. I've seen him cover Brandon Cooks before they tried to throw a fade route on him. He broke it up, could have picked it. But it's just like stuff like that, like interchangeable. That helps with the disguise because normally, you can't bid on me always going down to cover the number in 10 personnel or 11 personnel when they try to mismatch and pick the wide receiver at 3 and the tight end at 2. They're expecting me to come down, but sometimes Kwasi will go down, so you really don't know if it's man or if it's a zone tail, and I think that kind of help out too.
Nah, that's always been the biggest thing for me when they ask about safety play. I'm like, man, give me some interchangeable safeties. Like, you know what I mean? We can disguise better. We can play right and left. We don't have to play strong and free. You know what I mean? But again, I wish y'all, I bet against y'all last week, but
oh, you always bet with us. That's crazy.
I know, but last week I had to bet against y'all. But this week I'm gonna rock with y'all, man. But Jimmy, man, it's good to see just a growth in you as a player, man.
Hold on, AB. Before he brought up coverage. Now I watched Week 18 matchup. You're gonna be matched up with Cooper Kupp.
Gonna cut me off and shit.
Yeah, we can't let him out of here before I get there.
Let's talk about
it. We got to talk about this now. He's gonna be matched up. Offensive Player of the Year. I gave him the MVP yesterday after making that play. My pick for the MVP, but Triple Crown winner. He gonna be targeted slot outside. When I watched that Week 18 matchup, y'all will match up a lot. And I feel like McVay do a good job of putting him in positions where it's tough for you to put hands on him. But on that third six, when he ran that little that fade, be ready for that. He would have got me with that shit too. A little corner route push off with the combo. Be alert for that. But what's your thoughts on this matchup coming up, man?
First of all, I get a whole week of practice. I didn't practice that whole week. But at the end of the day, if anybody catch the ball on me, I'd rather it be somebody like that, top wide receiver in the league. But we're gonna get another opportunity. So I'm confident. It don't matter who in the slot. It don't matter who at the 3 spot and 2 spot. When I'm in there, I'm gonna be locked down, man. I'm gonna play my game. So
I like it.
At the same time, just make sure and me having a good game that'll help us win. Me doing my job, covering whoever I need to cover, hit whoever I need to hit. If I do that, if I do my job well, like how I know how I can do it, we'll win the game.
I like it.
I love it, man.
I like it.
Good luck this weekend, man. Championship Sunday. Hopefully y'all punch that ticket to the Super Bowl. I know LA County, the Rams only allowing.
Hold on, Debo. Hold
on. Go ahead. I know you had to get a cut off.
Hey, congrats, Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? My man cut me off and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Congrats, bro. Now, real talk, man. Congrats, man. You know, love to see the growth in you as a player, man. Coming in as a rookie, flying around 100 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? You still out there doing your thing, man. You a captain, you're a leader now, man. So, again, like D-Bus said, you know, definitely salute to you. And good luck to y'all boys, man.
All right. Thank you.
Hold it down, man. Ball out, bro. Say boom, 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 boom. Man, appreciate Jimmie for jumping on the show, man.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, real good stuff, man. And just listening to him talk, you can see why, why he's been as successful as he's been. And I only expect him to continue to get better. And what he does at that safety position, like, it ain't too many safeties going down and playing Cooper Kupp one-on-one in the slot. Like, that's tough to do, man. But I'm looking forward to that matchup next weekend. Same one on the AFC side, too. Joe Burrow, first AFC championship.
Man. Shout out, Joe. Hey, shout out to Joe, man.
Man. I know Herbert he might have a under 30 league right now. He might have a championship. Hey, Herbert, go ahead and get you one of these, man, before you come back. 30 and under basketball champ. Go ahead and get you one. Hey. Burrow might get the real with this shit, but hey, Herbert.
Hey, he getting that conditioning there. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. Shit.
Got to, man. Oh, man. It'll be a great week next weekend, man. I already know this one was outstanding. What else you got, man?
If we can double back, man. Have 2 weekends of playoff football like that, man.
For real. Speaking of buckets, though, before we get up out of here, Ayoka Lee, Kansas State, dropped 61. Set the record, broke the record. Previously held by Rachel Banham, Minnesota. She dropped 60 in 2016. And then back in 1987, Cindy Brown dropped 60, Long Beach State. So shout out to Ayoka Lee, 61, Kansas State. That's a lot of buckets.
A lot of buckets. And then I think she was efficient too. I want to say like she shot like 30 times and I think she was like
23 for 30, I think.
30 or something like that. So like that's efficient. So
that's some big buckets. Anything else we got? We got some preview lines for the NFC Championship. Right now, the Rams are favored by 3.5 at home. And the Rams right now, they're only allowing LA County residents to purchase tickets. That's what we heard yesterday on the Spaces, trying to keep that Niner gang from taking over again.
Niners, I know one thing. The Niners, they're going to find a way to get in that
they travel well.
Yeah, they're going to do that. They're going to get in that building.
That's a fact. But what's your early thoughts on this line?
I got San Fran. I got the dog. I got the dog in both games.
All right, let's look at the other one. Woo! Kansas City, 7-point favorites at home. AFC Championship. Obviously, first 1-4. Joe Burrow, 4th in a row for Mahomes. That's wild. 4 for 4.
That's crazy. But look, shout out to my guy, Joey B. And you know, he's in meetings right now, going over the game plan, trying to get shit right, trying to go ahead and get that AFC championship.
What's my guy doing right now?
The Bucks guy.
Oh yeah, get ISO. Yup. Yeah. That's my quarterback.
Hey.
Let me see that one more time, bro. Let me see that.
Man, look at this, man.
I saw that boy. Hey, who is? All right, come on now, Herbert.
What playing?
You got to look. Come on. All right, see, I ain't playing nobody like that.
Y'all like the same gym baller. Y'all like the same gym baller. No lateral movement.
Appreciate y'all, man. We got the we get the bell bags.
We did, John Jay.
Oh shit! All right, let's get
John
to it.
J. Let's tap in.
What's up, Antoine and Darius? This is Jonathan here speaking. So as we've seen these last 2 years, the number 7 seed going against the number 2 seed has been pretty lopsided. And I know from an NFL entertainment standpoint, it's better to have 2 more playoff games every year. But from a competition standpoint, there's been very little competition. I think this is definitely a sign of things to come for many years with these games. So my question to you guys is, do you think overall it's still a good idea to have a number 7 seed, which would typically have a lot of flaws, going against a number 2 seed, which would be typically be a top 5 team every single year?
Well, Jonathan,
Sure.
but no,
You wrote that? You were reading off a teleprompter, Jonathan?
you know he was. Well, I think that, but nah, real talk. I think it'll get better. I think so. Obviously for the league, it's money talk. It's an extra game, extra week of football. So that's definitely not going anywhere.
Extra
but I just
check too for the players.
Extra check for the players. So I just think this year we were just kind of, in a bad situation where them seven seed, 2 seed games weren't good. But I think as we, next year and the years after, I think we'll get better.
Yeah, I think you keep that 7 seed in there, man. You keep that 7 seed in there. That 7 seed could have been this guy. It could have been Justin Jerome Herbert. So, and we may have had a whole different playoffs, but I say you keep the 7 seed in there, man. But damn, what
Good
else?
Question, no.
Good question. Great delivery too, man. You might have a future in politics or something.
No, for sure. What was your did John Jay, you went to college? If you did, what was your major?
Oh man. It's gonna be a great week, man. It's gonna be a great week. How did your Monday start, man?
Man, I went in, I got some mid work this morning, man.
Oh, okay.
Got a good sweat in. Took the kids to school. Took the kids to school first and then came back, got some good mid work and jumped on here with my man-to-man family.
Already. So, hey, I woke up. Hey Siri, what's the weather outside right now?
It appears to be clear right now with a temperature of 59 degrees.
It was 37 degrees this morning. I woke up. I almost had a damn stroke. I had to take the kids to school. Had to start the car early, like I was up in Indy somewhere. And it was dress like your career day at school. So the 3 that I have to go to the same school, they had a teacher, a pop star, and a painter. So but yeah, it was Monday started off great. After this, jumping on Jim Rome at 12:40, and then jumping on Pat's show. I think 1:30. But it's gonna be a good Monday, man. It's gonna be a great week, and I think, like you said, we got to double back on this championship weekend. What's championship weekend like, man? I only got there once. Did you get there twice?
Twice.
Twice.
I know 1 year. Man, I'm trying to think. Who did we play? Oh, well, 1 year we had the Patriots. So again, this was our Super Bowl. We was like, man, and
that was rookie year.
That was my rookie year. We had the Patriots, and during that time, it was, TB12 and the sheriff and, coaches' booty holes tight. And during that week, but we knew the importance of this game. And that earlier that day, the Chicago Bears, I forgot who they was playing, but they won. And we was like, yo, we sat up. We was like, yo, we win today, we gonna get us a ring. And we went out there, and it was one of the best. It was the best game, the funnest game that I ever played in, and by far, man, it was one of the things that I will remember for a lifetime. And then the second time we was playing the Jets. That was our year. We was 14-0.
Yeah, and
our first loss was against the Jets, which got them into the playoffs. And we knew we knew we could have punished them that year we could have went 16-0. We would have went 16-0 if we
played it out. What year was that? Not 2010.
That was
2009.
Yeah,
my rookie
that was
year.
2009. So again, knowing that we had the Jets, I think we had to beat the Jets to play New Orleans. We knew that was a cakewalk. I think that was AFC Championship. Yeah, we had to play the Jets. We knew we was gonna beat them. So championship week, man, it's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. I only got there once, and we got our ass kicked.
Who got New England?
In Foxborough, yeah, they it was obviously with the Colts, but they tapped that. That was Deflategate, matter of fact. Deflategate. We started off hot.
I remember the Quell talking about that.
Yep, started the game 3-and-out defense. Cribs went back. One of the best returners of all time, and it was just one of them things. Get that 3-and-out, that punt bounced off his face mask. It was still a close game at halftime, but then second half got ugly. But yeah, I think we still hung a banner for that though. So we'll see, man. But championship week, man, we're gonna see who punched their tickets to the Super Bowl. It's gonna be exciting. Final four, Jimmy G and the 49ers against Matt Stafford and the Rams on the NFC side, and on the AFC side, your guy Joe Burrow against Patrick Mahomes, part 2. We saw them face off a few weeks ago, so it'll be exciting, man. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and man, we're gonna have to hop on Spaces a few more times this week too. That was fun yesterday.
No doubt. As always, man. We appreciate y'all. Yeah, y'all tap in. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Hashtag M2M Live.
Yes, sir. I seen a lot of some new faces, some new names in the chat, and some old ones. Respect, love to everybody, man. We out.
Peace.
You gonna get any bars before the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Big cap. Hey, John Jay said he did not attend college, by the way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, everybody don't need it. Ain't for everybody.
Nah. That's why I asked. I ain't want to assume.
Yeah. But we out, man. We gone. Y'all take it easy.